Welcome to the Wave.
Right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Mixed Through with Mark from the Wave Audio Production Studio. We're going to continue on with Image of Deceits Into the Void. Now, I just went through a computer re-image, so I've deleted our compressors because I had to re-download them and reinstall the Wave suite. And we're going to start on vocals. We're actually just going to probably focus on vocal processing today. The next episode, we need to wrap up this song. So the next episode, I will probably just go through a hodgepodge of material and finish up the mix. And then we'll be presenting material on mastering later on down the road in 2023. But we've got more episodes lined up, actually, and I can't wait to showcase the music that we've got coming up and show you how to mix different styles of music. But let's jump right in here with these vocals. So what do we have on the sub? We have a stop compressor. I'm going to cut that off for right now. And we have an EQ. Let's check and see what's everywhere else. EQ, no moves. EQ, no moves. Nothing. So we do want to put an EQ on the bridge vocals, make sure it's in there. Okay. So every single one of our vocals needs to stay out of this range, and really like mid-high guitars here too. There's a lot of synth going on everywhere. So we do need to be pretty tight on our vocal jam here. Let's solo out the vocals. First of all, let's check on our gain staging. Let me find... Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, we're good. We've got a decent little mix going too, and we're going to be focusing on soloed vocals mostly anyway. So I'm going to I'm going to solo out the whole vocal sub.
When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary.
All right. What we want to do first is we want to manipulate this filter down here. Make sure we're not getting anything, cutting off any part of the vocal that is super drastic, and cleaning up the lower end of the frequency spectrum. So let's get started.
When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary. Oh.
This is probably a decent spot.
When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in...
Starting to get a little megaphony as we get up here, so we are for sure going to back off.
When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary, holding hostage.
Okay, we're going to leave that right there, and that should...
Let my eyes become my voice.
Yep, that's going to handle...
I swallowed acid, voice destroy.
Yeah, that's going to handle all of our vocals.
I swallowed acid.
Good. Does exactly what we need it to do. I do want to check down here just to see how they sound.
Fading into the dusk.
All right, awesome. The best way to go about vocal processing is to just start right from the beginning and work your way through it. Okay. We've already put the EQ on. We want to start adding in a little bit of compression. So let's go ahead, and the verse track looks like the only one that's going to not be in a subgroup. So we'll throw a compressor directly on that. We're going to go with the CLA 76 mono. Perfect. I'm just glad that opened. All right, let's get rolling.
When I'm detached.
Okay, first of all, I just do this out of habit, but what I'm looking at here is a level vocal track. So really, we should go to the spot in the track that is the loudest, which looks like here, So we'll go to here.
But I alone your wretched.
Now we'll go to a quiet spot.
In seclusion,
Okay, so the loudest part's coming in right above -6 here, and then we've got this coming in way lower. So what we want to do is compress until we have a fairly even -6 signal right here. This is a good spot to do it in because there's a gradual increase, it looks like, in volume. So let's start it up.
In seclusion, I escape from cognitive manipulation, observing all in turmoil, look upon from my own casement. Come is to gaze in my direction, leave my image in ruin. But I alone your retribution.
Okay, that's still going a little bit here to there, but let's add a little more compression, get it a little more even, and then we'll call that good, because later on we're going to come into places like this and start working on some editing to get the plosives out of there. So let's go back through again. Let's add another.
In seclusion, I escape from cognitive manipulation, observing all in turmoil.
All right, those are all hitting, other than the plosives that are coming in up here, they're all hitting about right under -6. Let's see if this is in the same place. I think we're good.
But I alone your retribution.
Oh yeah, we're good. There's plosives and T's and S's in there that we're going to fix up. But that is about all I want to do as far as the compression. So let's go ahead and give a comparison so you can hear with and without the compression that we're starting with on the vocals.
In seclusion, I escape from cognitive manipulation, observing all in turmoil, look upon from my own casement. Come is to gaze in my direction, leave my image in ruin. But I alone your retribution.
So we've got an increase in volume. Depending on what you're listening with, you're going to also notice an increase in the grittiness, and even it's weird. It's like a mixture of gritty and clarity at the same time. And it's a very, very fine art tweaking that in. But right now, we're going to start here because this amount of compression has our vocals coming in about the same level across the board on that track. And we're going to do that with all the other vocal tracks as well, only we're going to do it in a subgroup. So what I like to do, we know about how this vocalist is on almost all the tracks. So I'm going to copy this so we can save our settings, put it here. Then we're just going to pop it up, listen, and tweak. Loudest part sounds to be about, or looks to be about right here.
Fire becomes your God.
So that's adding a little more volume than we want. It's coming up here to -3, so let's decrease on our output just a tiny bit. One other thing that we want to do is we want it to hold on for a pretty good, decent amount of time. We're not going to go slam, slam, but we do want a fairly long release. We'll put our attack about right there. Ratio adds a little more grit. We're going to stick with the ratio of here, or 4:1. Just says 4 on here. And then again, we want to monitor our output. So let's see where we are with our volume decreased a bit.
Fire becomes your God.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and increase our compression a little.
Fire becomes your God.
So what this is you're feeding this signal into this theoretical compressor more. Therefore, you're compressing the signal more as you raise this knob here.
Fire becomes your God.
You know what? I want the compression to stay there, but I'm going to raise the volume a little.
Fire becomes your God.
Okay, so I'm noticing that the plosives are really more up here near the -3 range and getting close to coming into the red. So this is actually a good amount of compression right here. And we did have to change it a little bit. We're working with 2 mono tracks here. We could have put the stereo compressor on also, but we're just rocking forward with this CLA 76 mono. At the end of the day, all of these tracks are going to be panned into a mono position anyway. So we're okay with the mono CLA 76 inside of our stereo vocal sub. Go on to the next one. We're going to copy her over. And give it a
My
listen.
voice, I swallowed acid, voice destroy. My survival rely. My voice, I swallowed acid, voice destroy. My survival rely.
All right, one thing that I'm noticing with this.
Let my eyes become my voice. Let my eyes become my voice.
Okay. That freaked me out. So
Let my eyes become my voice.
what we're hearing is coming from the vocal sub. I didn't like seeing that waveform down there, but we are taking care of it up here at the vocal sub level. Now let's go ahead and start our compression.
Let my eyes become my voice. I swallowed acid, voice destroy my surmise. I swallowed acid.
Coming in a little hot, maybe even on the compression.
I swallowed acid, voice destroy.
Still a tiny bit hot.
I swallowed acid, voice destroy.
Okay, that's pretty good. We're coming in right at the -6 tick there. Last one we need to do. Make sure we don't. Oh, that's right, and it's off. Yeah, that's how we're gonna tweak later. So let's bring in a compressor on these bridge vocals.
Fading into the dusk.
A lot of air in those, but we're gonna work on the EQ with that here in a bit. Let's see where we're coming in.
Fading into the dusk.
Okay, we're actually coming in right where we want to be there. So now we've got basic EQ. We've taken the low end out. We've got compression on each one of the vocals. Basic leveling compression. Let's mess with the EQ on the sub a little more, and then we're going to get a leveling mix. All right, let's go down up in here.
When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary. Holding hostage, I fall silent, keep my...
I want you all to hear that grit through here in the 1K range. That is a great spot to pop in a slight little boost to get a little bit more clarity to come through. You can even come up a little higher and help your vocals cut through the mix with a little bit of a boost here. But we're going to listen for things we don't like first.
When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary. Holding hostage, I fall silent, keep myself in solitary. Racing thoughts, they persevere, letting go of...
All right, I hear a hum right there that I think needs to come out. So let's go ahead and tighten the cue.
When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary. Holding hostage, I fall silent, keep myself in solitary. Racing thoughts, they persevere, letting go of everything near. When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary. Holding hostage, I fall silent, keep myself in solitary. Racing thoughts, they persevere, letting go of everything near.
Okay, I've got a whistle right here. Very hard to hear.
When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in... When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary. Holding hostage, I fall silent.
All right, nice. That was a good find. So we got that out of there. We got 2 subtractive EQ moves on the sub already. Let's hear how they sound in different parts of the song. The reason we want to do this is because these takes are going to be different, and there may be more problem areas that we need to mess with just a little bit. So let's see.
Let my eyes become my voice. I swallowed acid, voice destroy.
Okay, really what I'm hearing the most.
Fading into the dusk.
Okay, real heavy right there. They sound good. What I'm hearing the most are the S's and the T's and the plosive sounds. We're going to get into that, but right now I think we're okay on our subtractive moves for the vocal sub as a whole. I'm going to go ahead and get a leveling mix, and then... So I like to solo the vocals out to get it as surgically clean as I can. When you're adding in that clarity boost, though, and we're actually going to just pop over to number 4 and make it a bell. We're not going to do any shelving up here yet. I like to hear it in the mix, because then you can add in the clarity based on how it sounds with the rest of the instruments in, and it really helps you dial in where you want to add it to. Notice we've got a notch right here. I know that we're going to be adding clarity right around somewhere in here, right? So be cognizant of that. You may have to come back in and pull it back down. Let's see what we got, though.
Fading into the dusk. Fading into the dusk. Fading into the...
I actually think I'm going to hit it right here and tighten her up a little bit. Oh yeah, we don't have to mess with this.
Fading into the dusk. Leave you behind in the desecrate.
I think right there. We did end up eating in here a little bit. Pull it back down. But I think we've got a nice little starting point for EQ. Let's listen with the mix.
When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary.
Alright, cool deal. I'm going to lower the whole vocal sub because they are coming in quite hot.
When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary. Holding hostage, I'm both silent, keep myself in solitary. Racing thoughts, they persevere, letting go of everything near. But I'm the one that disappears. My ID got my voice. When I'm detached.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this first line coming in somewhere close, and then I'm going to come through the rest and manipulate their individual sub faders to get them to match the rest of the song as far as leveling in the mix.
When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary. Holding hostage, I'm both sides. When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary. Holding hostage, I'm both silent, keep myself in solitary. Racing thoughts, they persevere, letting go of it.
Alright, that's pretty good right there. Now I'm going to highlight this so I can see where it's...
Disappear. My ID got my voice. I'm swallowed acid. Disappear. My ID got my voice. I'm swallowed acid. Voice destroyed. My survival. Disappear. My ID got my voice. I'm swallowed acid. Disappear. My ID got my voice. I'm swallowed acid. Voice destroyed. My survival rely.
Okay, got that pretty close. Let's get the bridge vocals. Awesome. All right, I think we got them in there. Great.
When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary. Holding hostage, I'm both silent, keep myself in solitary. Racing thoughts, they persevere, letting go of everything here. My ID got my voice, I've swallowed acid, voice destroyed. My survival rely.
Okay, awesome. We're still coming in master fader right around -6 too, which is exactly what we want. Now, what do we want to do now?
When I'm detached.
So I was gonna come. I think next episode is gonna be where we finish up the editing and stuff. The instrumental takes are not bad. There are just tiny little nitpick things that need to be cleaned up, and then pasted across, or either custom done for each stanza and each verse and each bridge. But really, it all sounds pretty good. Let's try to get the vocals. I think we will probably wrap this song up next session. So I really want to try to get these vocals as close as I can before we start finalizing moves in the mix and making those real saucy moves to get it right where we want it and ready for mastering. So one thing that I want to do right off the bat, before we start throwing de-essers and things like that on here, I want to try to find a spot in the frequency spectrum where we can suppress them a little bit.
When I'm detached.
Usually that spot is between 7 and 10K, so we're going to be searching around in here. And we're not going to be doing a huge cut. If you take too much out of the S area, you start getting a lisp sound. So we don't want that. We just want to attenuate that part of the frequency spectrum a little bit and make the vocals sound a little more natural, and all cohesive as far as volume.
When I'm detached, I'm in my mind, I'm in my own sanctuary.
When he said sanctuary, I saw a jump right in here, so I know we're in the right spot. Let's find a S-heavy section. Alright, I'm seeing it right here, so let's go. Alright, cool. I'm gonna tighten it a little more and just take a... Alright, there was one in the... There it was. That was it right there. Let's listen to how much this EQ move took out of that really lingering harsh S we had right here. I hope y'all can hear that. I definitely can. Let's check this one. There we go. Check that out. We are going to do another really tight cue right here near the 7. Check that. You can see. Okay. Well, I would love to say that we could take it all out with the 7 filter here, but we can't. So we're going to take a little more out. All right, that's I don't want to get crazy because I know what we're going to do with the de-esser. And as a matter of fact, de-essing is exactly where I will pick up on the next session when we finish off vocals and wrap this thing up. It's been awesome so far. I can't wait to wrap it up and end this, move on to season 2. Thank you for everybody that's been tuning in, and we'll see you next time.